Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from Techdragon.info, and I wanted to take a look at the Centurion Mark I. As you can see here, I have a whole bunch of guns lined up, and we'll start off with comparing the gun. As you can see in the bottom left corner here, this is the British gun. It's an 83mm, rate of fire of 7.5. Which is pretty much in line with most of them. It's slightly faster than the Chinese Tier 8 medium gun. It's slower than the Indian Panzer. It's slightly slower than the T-44. It's slightly faster than the M26 Pershing. And it is slightly faster than the Panther II gun. So it's basically smack in the middle of all the Tier 8 guns. Now the penetration is, I do believe, the highest. Yeah, penetration is the highest with 226. In some cases by quite a bit. 181, 203, 180, 212, 175. So yeah, that's quite a bit better. So it's the highest penetration, and you do notice that difference. And damage, smack in the middle of all of them. 240, 250, 230, 240, 240, and the British gun is 230, so smack in the middle. Just average for Tier 8. And then .33 accuracy is actually one of the most accurate. The only one more accurate is the new German tank, the Indian Panzer. So that's the only one that has better accuracy at this level. So it's a pretty damn accurate gun. Aim time is 2.3 seconds, which is right in line with almost all of them. The exceptions being the Panther gun and the Chinese gun. Other than that, they're all 2.3 seconds if I'm not mistaken. So the gun is pretty average, the damage is smack in the middle, but the pen is higher and the accuracy is good. So let's take a look at the research tree. This tank was a beep when you start out with its stock. You don't get anything out of stock. The engine maybe? Yeah, you get the engine. The first engine. The radio you get... yes. So that's it. You get the first engine and the first radio. And do you get the second one? No. No. So, this is all you got. Now, the stock gun is the final gun from the Comet. In this tier is absolute garbage. It's horrifically bad in this tier. When you go up against tier 10s that have, over 2000 health, and you're shooting for 140, good luck. With 148 pen, you're more than likely gonna bounce. On almost everything. It's ridiculous. This gun does not work on this tank. This is what the stock gun should have been on this tank. This gun is still not great, but at least it's more capable than this one. I actually used free experience to unlock this one, to grind out the rest, and it is still garbage. It's better, it's a lot better, but it's still garbage. The 171 pen is definitely workable. It's not like it's impossible, but you need to be closer. You can't snipe with it. .34 accuracy isn't bad, but the pen is just lacking for sniping, and if you hit only doing 150 damage, So this gun is still pretty horrifically bad. It works, but in hindsight, I wouldn't spend the free experience on it. I would spend the free experience on the track, the turret, and this gun. It will cost you like 40k to get it, but it's worth it. Oh my god, it's worth it. This is one of the crappiest stock tanks I've seen in a very long time. It's that bad. And you can't mount this. Well, you could put these, what are they called? The suspension increase equipment pieces on to just mount these two because of the weight. You might be able to do that. And just wait with grinding out your tracks. Would save you a little bit of free experience, 16k. But anyways, okay, so let's say you have these on. You have 400 view range, which is pretty nice. The engine, as you can see, I haven't gotten the last one yet because I'm saving up my money to buy a tier 6. So that comes first. You go from 650? Yeah, 650 to 750 horsepower. So 100 extra horsepower is noticeable from what I've heard and seen. Let's go to the stats real quick. 1400 hit points, smack in the middle of all of them. You know, just average. Not great, not bad. It weighs 45 tons at the moment. And I still need to get the second engine and the final radio. So probably about 46 tons when it's done with everything on. That's a pretty heavy medium. Let's take a look. 33 for a T44. Granted, this is not completely upgraded yet, so it probably will be a little bit heavier, but 33 versus 45. That's what, 12 tons more? This is a heavy medium. Well, just in comparison, I'm curious. The Super Pershing is the heavier, but not by a whole lot. By what, 7 tons at the moment? Yeah, about 7 tons. Actually, less than that, 5 tons. So, this thing is almost as heavy as a Super Pershing. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's see if the engine is gonna be... Actually, the engine weighs the same. That's very good news. That means your acceleration is gonna get a real nice boost. You get 100 more horsepower for no extra weight. That's really good. So, this tank. Whew, it's difficult. The reason I say this is I want to love this tank so badly, but I just can't. And the reason is it is incredibly fragile. Almost every single game you will get ammo racked. Now, I don't have my safe stowage yet. I'm still working on it, 91%. But, oh my god, it's bad at the moment. I would say that if you don't see ammo rack in 2 games in a row, call your priest because you just noticed a miracle. Or you just witnessed a miracle. It's that bad. This thing gets ammo racked so often. And, you know, ammo rack is just bad. On any tank is bad, but getting it on this tank almost every game and twice in a game is not uncommon. This is further aggravated by the fact, let me turn this around, you have no armor. Your armor is garbage to say the least. Nobody has issues penning your anywhere. It's like, pick a target between this corner here and go all the way around up to this corner. If they hit you anywhere between there, you get penned. Granted, your tracks will eat some shots. I mean, they're pretty big tracks, so if you angle quite, you know, like this, and they try to shoot your front hole, and maybe, but then they just shoot you in the sides, and still don't have issues. It's so bad. Now, I also have to admit, the turret armor is good. 112 on the side, 112 at the back is not bad at all. However, the 165 at the front plus mantle means hull down. Oh yes. And you'll see this in a game I'm going to show you after this. But yeah, hull down with this thing is good. Really good. That's probably the only thing that can take a hit. And look at the hatch here. It's almost non-existent. So freaking small. Very hard target to hit from the front. This is all of course sloped very much back, so the front of your turret is going to be very, very difficult to pen, which is good. These of course are not hitboxes. Neither are these. So the turret is actually not that big. It looks a lot bigger than it is. I mean, this is the side of the turret, not this. So yeah, hold down is pretty good, but it's a huge ass artillery target. Let's compare it to the T-44. Damn! Side comparison. Holy crap. Yeah, let's take a KV-4. Ugh, it's not much smaller than a KV-4. Yeah. That is bad. That is really, really bad. It is so big. So, let's take it into some games and see how it handles. Well, seems we're gonna get a Pearl River. And I can just hear Lola in the background going, Harbor, no. Watch the Tactical with Tanks to figure out what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go the other direction if I get some support, but they have a lot of heavies. Actually, I'm gonna help them out. We don't have a whole lot of heavies. I'm probably gonna help out our heavies and pump some shots into their heavies, because damn, they have a lot. Something tells me this is gonna be a loss, because this is pretty damn bad. Let me just look at how many heavies they have. Oh boy. And as you can see, I don't have XVM, but my spidey sense is tingling. Now, what I'm gonna try, see if I can go hold down. There's only one artillery, and they're usually not looking over here. In this corner as fast as I can. Well, fast in this thing, you know, it's kind of a weird statement to make. Type 59 is kind of overextending here. I'm getting stuck on the terrain. Couldn't get my gun down any further than that, but I got one damaging shot in. You looking at me? 2 damaging shots in. And we'll just keep trying to poke out, see what we can see. And my depression isn't great. That's for sure. It's not bad, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is absolutely not bad depression. But, yeah. Oh, dang it, he just popped out. Ow. Well, that wasn't fun. I'm not paying attention. Come on, why did you pop out again? See how you do against my turret. So yeah, this is not looking great.
Enemy armor is hit.
What is he doing? Ah, bounce. Damn it. Yeah, his upper hull, this angle. That was a bad shot. That was a really bad shot from my part. Oh no, what are you doing, Panther? Could have told you that. See ya.
Finished him off.
So far, we've bounced 1 shot. I'm waiting for him to move forward. He's not going to. Poop. Let's see if we can get a shot in on him. What? Where the hell did that shot go? Oh, that's another thing on this tank. Shots seem to disappear. I've seen it so very often, just shot going nowhere. Yeah, he just turned out a shot on his side. Darn it. there, back around the corner. Ah! Just as I look, he goes behind again. Okay, we seem to have this flank secured. Sure, don't break my tracks going down. So far, I've taken one shot into the side. Luckily, not an ammo rack. Yeah, we seem to have a lot of players here. This is the mobility of the tank. As you can see, it turns decently, and this is without the upgrade. Keep that in mind. Not the final engine yet. So the acceleration is good. That's the main thing about it. Top speed isn't great, but it can get to that top speed, and that can actually make quite the difference. Ah, bounced. Darn it. Yeah, I can't really see where I was shooting him. I think to the other side, probably. Why not? Didn't hit, darn it. Yeah, it was worth a shot. This one, however, goes in like butter. Come on, reload. 6.75 seconds is my reload, so yeah, not extremely fast, but...
Enemy armor is damaged.
Let's see, I need to switch my target here.
Looks like
There we
someone
go.
went right
That's
through.
that accuracy for you. Do that again. Nope. Ah, I just went over him. There's already to my side, but there's a rock between us, so... Oh, there's actually a hill between us, even worse. Darn. And that's a victory. Wow, I did not expect that. That was actually pretty good. Got one kill out of it, which wasn't really stellar, but you know, I did pump some shots into him, and I actually made a profit. It's a miracle. Trust me, that is an absolute miracle. It's 1700 damage. Wasn't a great game. Wasn't bad, but surely wasn't great. As you can see, 9k just ammunition. I only fired 14 shells, and I hit 11 out of those and 8 penned. So I didn't get destroyed. That's the whole thing. If I was destroyed in this battle, I would have lost another, well, more than 8k than I've lost right now. It's about 14k, I think, for destroyed. Almost 15. Yeah, that would have been a massive loss. So the ammunition is okay up to the point where you get killed. If you get killed, you're screwed. Here's a short indication of what you're usually gonna see on this tank. Lost 9k money. This tank always, and I do mean almost every bloody time, loses 9k money. Or 10, or 11, or 12, 13. Somewhere between 9 and 13k is what I lose on average on this tank. And that's the whole case that I hate this tank. It is just so flipping annoying losing this money every game. And I know I didn't do stellar in this one, it was a horrific loss, but even if I do well, it's still, if you die, you lose money, guaranteed. It's just so bad. Well, let's take a look at another game. Hey, finally a game where I can actually be a sniper. Woohoo! Hopefully. And so far, it's been difficult even to show 2 decent games in this tank. It just loses 2 out of 3 games, guaranteed. It's just so bad. I don't know what it is with this tank. I just can't get wins on it. I can't carry in it. It's very, very difficult to do well on it. If you're even remotely out of place and you have to move because nobody else in your team is, then you're screwed. This thing really needs to find a good spot and stay put. Well, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that you should stay in, you know, in the same spot the whole game or whatever, but this tank doesn't relocate very well. It's not fast at all. So I'm gonna see here if I can support heavy hill a bit. Okay, our T-25 is going completely suicidal. Awesome. Usually get into this spot because you can snipe the side there. Wow, he's staying well behind the ridge line there. Wow, my shot went low. Damn. Come on. I think he's still there. These shots are not flying straight at all. Damn. I don't know how our D25 is still alive there. And this is kind of the annoying thing about my spot here. I can't see him. They're right around there, but I can't see him. They're just barely out of my view range. I can inch forward a little bit, but I can't bloody see him. He's out of my view range. So I do like this spot because you can shoot both ways. You can shoot to the hill here. I have a perfect shot of him. If you're far up enough that you can see it. My red line on my mini-map there. A rendering range. And you can also shoot this way. Ah, dang it. It's just too late with switching my view over. I think that was a hit. Ah, dang it. The moment he lights up is when I can't see him anymore. You got no shot on that one. Sorry, but you're on your own. I am not lucky today. Everything is just around the corner. Oh, come on, back up some more. Dang it. Of course he isn't. And this is about where you're gonna see him. You can barely make out a silhouette before here, but around here is where you can see the whole tank. Pretty sure that one went in. Yeah. Yes, still alive. Wow, how did that miss? I mean, seriously. How the hell did that miss? And that T25/2 is still alive, made it across. I'm just... wow. Just no luck whatsoever. Nothing goes in, nothing wants to go where it needs to go. That just went into his track. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you, a damage shot. It's a miracle. Come on, really? Thank you. Is that too much to ask? Now that IS is still alive down there. Oh, crap. I'm not quite sure why he hasn't spotted me or shot at me. Maybe he just doesn't care. Which is fine by me. I had no shot at him. No, somebody does. Come on, back out a little bit more. Come on. Dang it. So, the Tiger is up there. The T-29 I haven't seen, so I'm guessing he's sniping on a T-29. And their two TDs are of course sniping. kinda wish they wouldn't push up. Well, if they can push him back, I might be able to shoot him here, but something tells me he retreated back all the way already. I don't even think the tiger's up there anymore. I think he pulled back to base. Okay, we're pushing on both side flanks. Okay. Oh, that is so incredibly lucky for that Jack Panther. I'm just gonna take a shot there because that is where he has to be. If we can't see him, it's gonna be very difficult. That's out of my range, dang it. That's a T-29. Ugh, just before he comes into my view range, he disappears. Oh, man. Well, it seems I'm gonna have to go across the field here. You don't want to. Really is not a good tank to do it in, but we're not doing too hot here, so. And I don't think I'm gonna get much more sniping shots in. Try to not hit the tree. And of course, a TD shoots me in the face. The side? Where did he shoot me from then?
Our track is hit.
Just shooting on the move here. Ow. And here we go. Ammo racked. And I had to untrack myself there, and I'm bloody ammo racked. Something I really, really, really did not need. And that's the whole point of this tank. It is so fucking often that shit happens. And I'm gone. Awesome. Ammo racked. That's really how I think about this piece of garbage. It's just so flipping annoying all the time. Yeah, it works as a sniper. If, literally, nobody is shooting at you. Absolutely no one can be shooting at you. If they do, you're a goner. So like I said here, lost 19k money because my ammo rack exploded and all my ammunition went poof. 9k ammo cost. And this is my biggest, absolute biggest frustration with this tank. This kind of bullshit happens every game. Ammo rack, extra money cost because your ammo rack exploded. So, I can't give a positive verdict about this tank. The gun is pretty good, it's pretty accurate, and given the updates that are coming in 8.6, it's probably going to be a lot more accurate, because you're going to have to read the patch notes to figure it out completely, but what it basically means is the shots are going to be more accurate and less towards the outside of your aiming circle. That's what they're going to do. The dispersal of your shots is going to be less. Which is good, because this tank for some reason shoots towards the edges of the aiming circle a lot. Shots just disappear into nowhere, just go into the ground. As you saw earlier, the first shot I think I did on that IS just went nowhere. And they're hopefully going to fix that crap. This tank really needs it. I don't know what it is with this gun, but it just disappears all the time. So I know I did not do a whole lot of damage in this game. Only 800, which is crap at best. It's because all my shots were 8x tracks. And all disappeared. So this seems to be a pretty average game for me lately, where my shots are disappearing, not doing damage. I get ammo racked, lose ammo, and pay out to yin yang for this tank. So for me, this tank is gonna get shelved, at least till 8.6, and then I'm gonna try it again with the better accuracy. But this tank is just, as it is right now, I would almost go as far as to say garbage. The gun is awesome. Sniping with it is pretty damn good. If anyone fires at you, you're a goner. You cannot push a flank with it. You're pure support. If you don't have a team to support you, you're screwed. If you have nobody spotting for you, you're screwed. It's just, this tank is so situational. Unless you have people in front of you lighting things up for you and taking hits for you, this tank doesn't function. As you saw, I ran across the field and just died. I know it wasn't the best action, but my team was losing. Not much more I could do. If I would have sat there, I probably wouldn't have gotten any more shots of anything, because there was nobody to light him up for me. And everybody that was lighting up was dying instantly. So there just wasn't a whole lot I could have done. I could have sat back in base and just defended, but that would have been a loss as well, because I would have just been overrun. So there wasn't any decent action. The only thing I could have done was go to their base and take the fight to them. Well, that didn't work out. So yeah, ammo racked twice actually. Once hit in the ammo rack, and the second time exploded the ammo rack. Very typical game. So this tank to me is a pain in the ass and a piece of shit. I'm sorry, I really don't want it to be, but it is. It is not an amazing tank. The gun is amazing, but the rest is such a letdown. So this is one of the first tank reviews I've done of a tank that I really don't like. Even though I have everything researched on it, I've done about 50 games in it, which I know is not a whole lot, but so far, it's horrifically bad. And I really, genuinely just hate this tank at this point, for losing money every time. I was up to 800k yesterday, and I'm now down 40k because of this tank. I'm just bleeding money. It's ridiculous. So for every one game I do in this one, I have to do like 2 in my super Pershing to make up the money. That's how bad it is. No. This tank is going out of my play rotation for a while, because they need to fix this shit. Because this is just ridiculous. If a tier 8 loses this much money every game, what the hell is the tier 10 gonna be like? Lose 100k a game? So no. For now, I would say this tank is really, really bad. Maybe the next one is better, the 7/1, but this one, for me, is horrifically bad. Thank you for watching. If you think this review was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any opinions on this tank, or can give me any tips of what I'm doing wrong or should be doing, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. See you in the next video.